Alrighty, for this question, I'm gonna spend this whole video on question 3. So this one says there's a market researcher interviewed 80 people about the TV streaming preferred TV streaming provider. So out of the 50 females interviewed, 10 said they preferred Paramount, while 8 males preferred Netflix. So okay, we can see we're looking at gender and TV streaming provider. 20 people preferred alternates, a total of 20, with 6 of them being female. Now the question is saying, display the data in a two-way frequency table below using percentages with gender as a reference point. So straight away, very important point there. And then it says part B, let's read it so we can have a bit of a plan. Use the percentages that we did to determine whether there's an association between, so there's a relationship between TV streaming provider and gender. And there's another question also for us to evaluate our decision. So there's a two-parter in that down there. So first thing, we're going to determine whether there's an association, and then we'll evaluate. So a few things. It's not about just putting the values in. We need to make sure they're percentages. Then we need to look for a relationship, and then we need to evaluate our decision. It's a 5 marker, so we need to keep that in mind. Always plan a bit before you start. It'll save you time and save you some erasers as well. Okay, we've got gender. I know it's going to go in the top here because I've got 2 spots for it, and the last one's our total. So male, female, total. Then TV streaming provider. Alrighty, once I've got them all in there, we can start reading again. So the market researcher, she interviewed 80 in total. Okay, so I'll put that 80 there. Of the 50 females, so the total of the 50 females, 10 prefer Paramount, while 8 of the males preferred Netflix. Okay, now I need to convert these to percentages. I don't want to draw another table, so I need, again, just saw my little circle there, and I saw the percentages stuck out to me. So I'm gonna maybe write the 8 on the side there, the 10 on the side there, even the 50, why not? And then, so I have some space left to do my percentage workout in the same box. Okay, write the 10 a bit bigger. All right, 20 people preferred an alternate streaming provider, so that's 20, with 6 of them being female. So 6. Okay, from here, I just need to do the math. Use a different color to put the values in that we're missing. Okay, so with the females, I've got 16 in total that love Paramount and alternative. If I do 50 minus 16, I get 34. All right, then from there we can find out the total of the total people who prefer Netflix, and that is 42. Then we can find the total people who watch Paramount, and that's 18. So how I did that is 42 plus 20, and then 80, take that, and just find what's left there. Not too difficult. Okay, then, I'll just fill out this table. We can just figure it out. We can figure out the male, what their total is Paramount and alternative. So we've got total, if it's 18, that's 8. Here we'll do 20 takes 6, which is 14. Okay, and the total of that, which is 30. Now I've left space there, so I can do my percentages, and so maybe here I can do 8 over the 30, because we're going to be comparing males and females. We've seen that down there. We want to see if there's an association, whether they're watching more Netflix or not. And that's times 30, times 100, sorry, and that's 26.67%. Okay, and then for the females, you do the same thing. You've got 34 on 100 times mistake. 34 on 50, because that's their total, multiplied by 100, and in this case you get 68%. Right, then just have to discuss the data. Alrighty, I've just filled that table up. I just did the working out for the first row, but you just need to do the same working out for everything. Try and be neater than me. Okay, so part A, tick. Reread the question. Yes, we've done it. We got percentages. Now I've got to use those percentages to determine whether there's an association between streaming provider and gender. Okay, then evaluate my decision. All right, this seems, well, there's definitely a clear preference here. For example, females, we can see 68% of the females prefer Netflix compared to the 20% that prefer Paramount, right? And the last 12 like alternate, but the majority like Netflix. Whereas for males, we can see there's a tie between Netflix and Paramount, and a big number of them prefer alternative streaming providers. So that is the association. We've described it. Okay, to evaluate our decision, we just need to look at the data and say, okay, is this a reasonable finding really? Right? Only 80 people were interviewed. We don't even know their age, do we? Yeah, no, we don't. So we don't. There's a lot of things that are missing in this equation for us to say for a fact that 68% of females like Netflix of the population. So this is just a small sample, very small sample. Alrighty, and that's question 3.